Hi folks, Pete here from Actions Cars. Today showing you around an Alfa Romeo GT that we've recently taken in part exchange. This is not the newest car on the field, and it's certainly nowhere near the most expensive car we've got in stock at the minute, but this is probably, I think, the best looking car I've got in stock at the moment. It's just absolutely jaw-droppingly beautiful. And I've got things like Audi S8s, I've got Mercedes SL 500s in stock at the minute, but this thing is just absolutely stunning. Beautiful, beautiful car. It's the 1.9 litre JTD diesel version of this car, which is quite a powerful engine in fairness. It drives very, very well indeed. I'll just take you around it quickly. I want to show you that it has got a couple of imperfections because on the bonnet there are some stone chips, but overall I think in terms of this being a 14-year-old Alfa Romeo, it's in very, very good condition indeed. I can't believe how well it's lasted in terms of its presentation. It's still, because it was quite a quirky design in the first place, it hasn't really aged at all. The lines of it are just pure Alfa Romeo, nothing else like them really, is there? And it's got that offset number plate to the front. The back of it looks coupe-esque. Well, it is a coupe, it's classed as, but that is a hatchback on the rear, so it's not a saloon. It's just got a little bit of a sort of a saloon shape to the rear, which is a classic coupe sort of trait. But it is a hatchback, which is a lot more practical. It's got 4 seats in it, so it's quite roomy inside as well. And that JTD engine, it's a strong performer, plenty of power in it, goes really, really well, this Alfa does. I drove this car back from Liverpool, which is where it previously lived. It's got rear parking sensors on it. It's got the original alloy wheels, they're in very good condition. I'll zoom in quickly on here, you can see through. It's got the brakes and everything in there with the Alfa Romeo logo on them. Just really, really nice. Lovely touches on these cars, I think, in terms of their design and their styling. They were well ahead of their time actually, really, when you look at it. It's got the satin silver finish on the mirrors there. Really just a beautiful looking thing. The plate that's on the car is staying with the car as well, OEZ 4356, so it kind of, most people wouldn't know what year this car was anyway. I think it's a 2007, I'm not quite sure myself, but it will say on the listing that you'll have up on the screen shortly. Without further ado, let's have a look inside. So, full leather interior on this car. Very, very well presented. It's in exceptionally good condition for its age. There's not really any wear here on this bolster, or that. It's nice and plump still. Something that we always look for on a car of this age. As you can see, lovely layout to the dashboard. Quite a stylish design. I like the seats, they're quite nicely sculpted and bucketed. They do fold forward to give you a nice rear compartment. Okay, it's not huge, but it is big enough for 4 adults, 5 at a push. Certainly as big as a BMW 3 Series in the back, so that's what you'd be looking as a rival to this car. And I know the BMW is a great car as well. I've had loads of them myself, but might be a little bit more of a left field choice, this Alfa Romeo, but I think it really does sort of pay dividends, and it's an absolute bargain as well in terms of value for money. Let's just jump in the car. So as you can see from behind the wheel, I've got a nice sporty 3-spoke wheel here. There's not really any adverse wear on this again, just like the rest of this Alfa Romeo. It's done 135,000 miles, this car, but it doesn't really show any sign of adverse wear at all. I've got climate controlled air conditioning here, which is digital. Separate controls for the driver and the passenger. Again, something that you wouldn't have had in many cars in this era. Drinks holders. There is a tray there as well, which is a bit sticky, but that pops out as well like the drinks holder does. It's well presented, well looked after. The guy who had this car was an Alfa fan. He's a bit of an enthusiast. And, you know, they are really a car that a lot of petrol heads do get excited about, Alfa Romeos. So it might be something that you would consider if you're a bit of a car fan, as a more inspired choice to the BMWs and the Audis of this sector. So fire her up. 4-cylinder diesel, you can probably hear. Fairly refined. I'll give it a quick rev. Very powerful engine. It's quite surprising actually the pace this car's got. It has got cruise control as well. I was really glad of that on my drive back from Liverpool, and that all works properly as well. The air conditioning's all working. I've got a little phone holder here which was put on by the previous owner and is so well attached to the windscreen I can't get it off, so you can have that as well. And it has got the Bose hi-fi upgrade in it, which I think, like the BMWs and stuff, they do an upgrade hi-fi system. This would have had that put on it when it was new. No real negatives in here at all. I mean, this interior is impeccable for the age of the car, and you know, everything on it works as well, so I'm really impressed with it, to be honest with you. On the outside, well, to be honest with you, I'm hard pushed to fault the car, really. When you consider the age and the mileage it's done, I'm not going to be complaining really about the fact it's got a couple of stone chips on the front end. If I found a 130,000 mile car that didn't have stone chips on the front end, I'd be questioning whether it had been resprayed. So, you know, that's to be expected. The headlights have taken a bit of a battering as well with that. You can probably see that, but they do work well. I had it, you know, I used it at night, this car, and they do their job properly. So overall, quite a nice example of the breed. And it's in the right colour, isn't it? Bright red, proper Alfa Romeo colour. And in this sunny sort of winter's day, it is like a winter wonderland here. You can probably see my cars are all frosted over, but the Alfa really does cut a dash, and it gives you a little bit of a smile on your face every time you look back at it. So, if it's of interest, my number's 07932 873 646. This car is available for delivery nationwide. I picked it up from someone in Liverpool. I'm happy to deliver it anywhere in the UK. Just give me a call for a quote on that. Happy to take your old car as part exchange again. Just give me a ring, let me know what you've got. We'll work out a price for you. Please, while you're here, give us a like, share, subscribe to our channel. I'm sure that if you haven't already, it'll be a benefit to you. Just give us a little like and subscribe to our notifications. You'll see new stock as it comes into us. But in terms of the Alfa, the best thing to do is give me a ring if it's of interest. 07932 873 646. If you are looking for something that's not too much money, it's not going to cost a lot to run because that diesel engine does 45 to the gallon. It's really good on fuel, but it's a little bit different, a little bit more inspired than your bog standard car. Give me a call and have a look at this Alfa Romeo, because it will absolutely blow your mind what you get for your money. Thanks very much for watching, and we hope to see you soon. Goodbye.